Hello, this is Roger Shouse, and this is Jumpstart Rewind. This is part of our Heaven Bound podcast family. Jumpstart number 2927, first written September 24th, the year 2021. Psalms 120, verse 6 and 7. Too long has my soul had its dwelling with those who hate peace. I am for peace when I speak, they are for war. Every Sunday morning, we begin our worship services with a reading from the Psalms. It sets the tone for our worship, puts God before our eyes, and reminds us of the wonderful ways of the Lord. Recently, the reading was from Psalms 120. Our verse today from that chapter is how the chapter ends. Here the psalmist recognizes the difference between his heart and the direction that he's going and from those who are around him. The psalmist is for peace, they are for war. Around him are those who hate peace. And when a person hates peace, he'll spend his time stirring things up. He'll try to interrupt peace. He'll try to introduce controversy. He will agitate. He will spin things in such a way that people will get upset. Now, some lessons for us from this passage. First, there's a realization that one has spent too long around those who are different than he is. The psalmist was for peace. Those around him were for war. Too long, he says, my soul has dwelled with those who hate peace. Some people never realize this. They never see the toxic and ungodly environment around them. Some give out passes on this because the haters of peace are family members. We allow our families to chip away at our faith and discourage us and nearly knock us down spiritually, all in the name of family. Who are you dwelling with? Not just in your house, but social friends, family, vacations, free time, co-workers. Do you recognize a difference? The psalmist did. Do you see that your goals and their goals are not the same? The psalmist did. Do you see that they are opposite of you? The psalmist saw that. Do you? Secondly, dwelling with someone for a long time has a way of influencing and even changing a person. Sometimes it's positive and good. Many times it's negative and for the worse. Let the words slide through our lips that we would never say before. We've been influenced. We lower our standards and find ourselves doing things that we've never done before. What's happened? We've been around the wrong people for far too long. It's always easier to go downhill than it is uphill. And when there is more of them than there is of you, the pressure to conform, look the other way, cut a guy some slack mounts up. Too long around the wrong people, and you'll be wrong yourself. Much too long. Thirdly, my first reaction to this verse is to move. If you know that they are around, if you're around the wrong people and you've been there too long, then get out of there. Move on down the road. It's better to be alone than to be with the wrong crowd. It's better to have people talk about you negatively than it is to go along with them and soon become one of them. But this is hard to do. Lifelong friends since school days, a lot in common, have a lot of fun together. But then there's the other side. They hate what you love. They have a history with you, but look at where they are. Look at where you are. You are for peace, they are for war. You are for Christ, and they are for self. You are for heaven, and they're headed full steam for hell, but laughing and having a blast the whole time. Has it been too long now? How much longer? Another month? Another year? And why? Some, because of connections to family, just can't move on from these people. Every holiday, every birthday, every funeral, there they are. Loud, obnoxious, worldly, and wicked. You can't escape them because they are family. They are likely to say anything in front of young ears. They're always pushing you to do what you do not want to do. Far too long my soul has dwelled among those who hate peace. Maybe it's time to put some boundaries up. Maybe it's time to protect your family and your heart and your soul. Fourth, what a blessing and what a comfort it is to find those who comfort your soul, encourage your heart, and build your faith. We find this in our fellowship. Those of like mind, those of similar spirits, those who love the Lord. This is why worship is such a comforting oasis for a weary soul. A week in the world and we're weary and depressed and unsure of our next step. But coming out of worship on Sunday, our souls are alive to Jesus. We are refreshed. We are built up. We are motivated to have a plan and a purpose in our hearts. Worship is important, and we need it. And we need to see those around us who can encourage us so much. Fourth, what a blessing and a comfort it is to find those who comfort your soul and encourage your heart and build your faith. These are the ones that can help us so much. Once a person gets this, he'll never be asking, do we need to go to worship every time? That won't come up. He'll see what a powerful and good thing that this is, dwelling among those who love the Lord so much. Have you been dwelling with them for a long time? Not a name, not a kind of person. What kind of character? What nature? What heart? Sure, this is something to think about. The psalmist understood he's been there way too long. How about us?